This is Sandman pointing towards the Carolinas from Houston. It's doing an etching in the water. I'll show you in a minute. And this is Pegasus. This is facing towards Los Angeles from Houston. And this one turns to some little stand with the wheels. And this one has a wand on it. It's very powerful. Watch. All these cones are on too, look. That's selenite. Because I put BBs on the tip, on the inside. These do it too, but a little bit less. It'll still shock you if you touch it. It's got my infrared light for heat. It activates the Orgone, makes it work better. There's a storm coming. I had to turn this on to show you how it cuts through the weather. Chemtrails, clouds, all that. Orgone works by trapping Archons inside the resin using physics, and it cleans stuff around you, and it works for the good.
Careless product of wild imagination.
No, my good friends. These indictments I brought you today, specific charges listed herein against the individuals, their acts of treason, their ultimate aim of sedition. These are matters of undeniable fact. I ask you now to pronounce judgment on those accused. On this mindless aberration, whose only means of expression are wanton violence and destruction. On the woman Ursa, whose perversions and unreasoning hatred of all mankind have threatened even the children of the planet Krypton. Finally, General Zod, once trusted by this council, charged with maintaining the defense of the planet Krypton itself, chief architect of this intended revolution and author of this insidious plot, to establish a new order amongst us, with himself as absent. You have heard the evidence. The decision of the council will now be heard.
Guilty. Guilty. Guilty.
The vote must be unanimous, Your Honor. It has therefore now become your decision. You alone will condemn us if you wish, and you alone will be held responsible by me. Join us. You have been known to disagree with the Council before. Yours could become an important voice in the new order, second only to my own. I offer you a chance for greatness, Jor-El. Take it! Join us! You will bow down before me, Jor-El. I swear it. No matter that it takes an eternity, you will bow down before me! Both you, and then one day, your heirs!
Archons have been caught in a further act of seditious treason. General Zod, your only feeling was contempt for our society. Your only desire was to command. Ursa, the only feeling you showed was for your vicious general. Your only wish to rule at his side. None, you are as without thought as you are without voice. This council has no hesitation in proclaiming you all
Guilty. 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 Guilty.
Hello folks, happy 420, 2023. Well, it looks like they're doing some spraying here and some weather warfare on me. And so this whole line right here, there's no cold weather behind it, so it's not a cold front. And you can tell by the way it squirms around how they're, each one of those red things that's firing up is a plane that's above the storm, and it's shooting down little parachutes that make it blow up like that. It looks like fire. Those are actually look like bombs blowing up, but it's how they agitate the weather, and they make it red like that. So the Orgone, it takes out the red as it's going by me. It literally just went by me, like literally just went like a mile or two past me to the north. This whole thing, this whole system. But it's continuing over here on the west side, so it's still gonna rain, but it's not gonna rain as bad. And I have a dish pointing this way. You could see these little tiger stripes in the clouds. It's actually like tearing it apart, and that's how far it is. It goes farther than that, but let me show you. See, I'm in Houston. It literally just went by me. I'm right here. And that's about 5 miles north where it just goes over. But they're still spraying over here, so this is gonna come this way. It's gonna rain later. But not that I have those bubbles on, it'll minimize it. So you can see how red it was before this whole line, and now and it starts going away because I have a Sandman pointing this way. I showed you that Sandman right now a little while ago. That's pointing towards the Carolinas this way. So as soon as it comes in my field, right here, it starts going away. It starts turning green, which is not, destructive. Like the red stuff is very destructive with lightning and flooding and all that, heavy rain. It overloads the systems and it floods, knocks power out and all that. Another shot. See how long this line is of storms. It's heading towards the east. But it was a lot more red. You could see earlier. See right there, it's real red, and then it starts going through my field of Sandman bubble. Because up here, I have another bubble going this way. So when it's in between two bubbles, that's when it flares up. It's in between the one going north and Sandman going northeast. So that's where it flares up red right here. As soon as it comes into Sandman going northeast, boom, it makes it go away a little bit. The people in Florida, I have a bubble Icarus going straight to Florida, but all that weather that they had the other day, they would have to have equipment like me on location for them to avoid that, because that's too far for me to do that. Everybody who has serious problems with weather needs to make systems like with a radar dish like I do, and you can control the weather in your area. It's simple as that. It might take a while, like a couple $100, but it's worth it. And all this darkness right here in the water is causing all that too. All my bubbles that I have on every direction, I have like 5 of them. And so it clears the water first. And see how dark the water is? It wasn't like that before. If you look at stuff from the past, like 5 years ago on the same, because I'm sure they save them all, look like past 5 years on the same thing, and I bet you it's all hazy and white like this, like it is up here. Because all this darkness is around me in Houston. I'm causing all this. So the etching, I want to show you the etching that Sandman is causing over here. This line, if you measure like straight, boom, you can see this line go straight over here. I've been watching it for about 3 weeks now, and there's actually like a little, I don't know if that's a portal. It's perfectly round area. See, the weather's even going through it. When the weather goes through it, it goes around that circle. There was another one over here in the water, a dark one, and this was a lighter one. The dark one's still there. They're both still there a little bit. I don't know if they're portals or what, but it's causing this line for sure. This all along the coast, this dark line, this etching. That's the Orgone cleaning the water and the air, the land too. But you can see it. You can see it more pronounced on the water. See how dark it is? You can see it over here too. See the little portal right here, the little vortex, little torrid. Perfectly round almost, and the weather's going through it, like the clouds and stuff is going through it, like around it. So weird. And the etching, it goes, you watch it from Houston, it's a straight line. If I had a ruler, I'd show you. But it's pretty much, it doesn't go completely straight, but it goes pretty straight. It moves like energy, like kind of like a snake. The energy moves like kind of in a straight line though. So from here you can see it all the way over here. Here's the tip of it right here, and actually it goes over here a little bit more if you want to count the clouds, but really it stops like right here. That's one radar dish. That's how far it goes. One radar dish. That's Sandman, and it's causing all this along the way. Boom. See that, right? Now this red, you see the red as soon as it comes in the field of Sandman, which is pointing this way. Boom, that whole line just goes green. It goes limp, like it needs Viagra. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's what it does to the weather. Hurricanes, it's kind of subtle, but if you watch radar and you know how to look at these things, you'll know what it's doing. It's obvious. And at first I thought it was crazy, but there's a couple other people that watch it too, and they're like, yep. Not just that, outside in if you look at the sky's purple now. It's such a like pastel blue. It's changed. It wasn't like that before. If you look straight up in the air where the firmament is on the top, it's darker blue than on the side. It's almost like a neon bulb, because the sun doesn't light up the whole sky like that. It's almost like electrified, like the whole thing is like lights up like a bulb, like a neon. But you can see it more clear now because of these radar dishes I've had pointing in every direction. It's cleaned the whole area. So I want to show you this real quick. I haven't done a video in a while, but I'll be back with more of the weather wars, which we are winning, by the way. I have another person now, a team member in Scotland, that has a radar dish completed, and the weather has always been fucked up over there on purpose. So it's always dreary and cold and wet and shit over there. You're gonna see it change. The whole climate is going to change in the UK, Scotland, all that, the whole area, Ireland, all that, because of that one lady, because of us. So watch for that too. New coming attraction, coming to a backseat near you. Thank you. See you next time. Over and out.